Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I was too busy doom posting to make sure that people know that they cannot post toot hoot at this hour. Yes, hello, Kaloo, my name is Notepad Anon, I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be hopefully finishing Pre-Gear Transformation Phrase. This one was a little weird. Not going to lie, this game was a little weird writing just because it was a different way of me doing things, and because it was a different way of me doing things, it kind of felt weird writing, but that's half the fun, right? Right. So, as I get everything, oh goodness, get everything resituated in my life, because my life is, as they say, falling apart. See, I've realized over time that I'm grinding my teeth at night, which is causing my jaw to hurt a lot, so I've been dealing with my problems. I've been dealing with that. It's pretty great. Alright, so current gamer moment, current situation, as they would say. So, what did I do last time? Well, I added some new actions. Mostly and kind of organized these to be a little bit easier to read. We've had another Cure Siren, just to make sure that people know. Cure Siren, of course, means business with her 7-head. And I did add in the concept of team attacks. Yes, team attacks. Effectively, team attacks work by you being in the same position, and you're going to merge the value of your signature powers plus the number of pretty cure. So, for example, I have a power 3, you have value 3, you have a power value 2, and you have a value 2. We merge all of those together, it's 3, 5, 7. But there's 3 of us, so it would actually be power 10. Doing a big team attack can really change the flow of the fight. The advantage being you all roll together, and if any of you hit, then you all hit. That's kind of the big thing. If any of you crit, you add all of your critical dice together. So if you all use your best ability against their weakest ability, you can effectively open them up and beat the shit out of them pretty easily. However, the big thing is the monster gets staggered by this. If they are staggered, and it's like when the monster is staggered, if they are hit again by any signature power, they will have one of their attacks sealed. Effectively, if you blast them all and then immediately use another signature power, you have broken one of their attacks and they cannot use it anymore. Anytime they roll that attack during their action, they're instead going to add momentum to the pretty cure and have to re-roll. You seal 4 of their actions, you're going to be building momentum incredibly quickly as they are trying desperately to actually do anything, or rather than just hurt themselves. You seal all 6, congratulations. You're able to use a finisher automatically and purify the monster without really having to worry about it too much. However, this can also lead to it berserking really quickly, because it's just little 1 increments. If it's already kind of on the edge of berserking and it fails it, it's going to berserk and recover all of its sealed powers. That's really bad. You get all your powers reset, all his powers back, and he's now going to be hitting a lot harder. So you kind of don't want this to happen. And if you are going for a sealing route, you are kind of banking on sealing his more powerful attacks, or his attacks that are kind of throwing you all for a loop. Easy enough to understand. Added in the Wicked category, as you kind of see here, Wicked is effectively the, Wicked is your ability to, is their intelligence, if that makes sense. It is their intelligence stat. Using it is their ability to say, okay, I'm going to use my special techniques, I'm using my evil powers, I am clearly trying to outthink you. I'm going to outthink you, pretty cure, using the power of my evil malevolence, hence Scheme and Nightmare. Added these in, kind of mysterious abilities they may have. Added this. Made it a little bit harder. Like, early season, monsters are a pushover. They really are. And that's the point. You're supposed to beat kind of the mid-season guys, but once you hit kind of that But you hit kind of that middle season, that's when you start getting the bigger monsters, and that's when you start getting 4s, and you start having to hit those kind of bigger dice pools that you won't have at that point to consistently hit. And of course, then you hit finale, which they're having like 10, which is insane, and you're going to get your shit kicked in quite a lot. That's fine. Generally speaking, add in the mix-up defense rules. Generally, I kind of kept that as not like a... it sounds like a cool way to attack and motivate teamwork. Yeah, that is the quintessential plan of this. I want to make sure that people are using teamwork. And I also don't want people, kind of the idea of like you stagger and then you have to do something to give it to them, is, oh, we all used our super powerful attack together, that's going to, knock him down. Okay, well, none of us have our finisher anymore, though, because we all, spent it that. So you have to think about it a little bit more, being like, okay, we have our 2 special attacks. We're going to stagger him. You use your special attack while he's staggered, and he's going to end up taking damage. He's going to seal one of his attacks. Boom, boom, boom. The fights are very much put into the... They are put into the wheel. The bag is handed to the Pretty Cure and say, you are going to do this. This is your job to do this. And it's like, all right, that is your job to do this. That is fine. That is what I want. I want the Pretty Cure to feel powerful. I want them to feel predominantly you're going to win. And you may say, well, that's not very fun if, we always know it's going to win. There's still a chance you're going to lose, especially for some of those big area attacks. If 2 or 3 of you get hit by a big area attack, that could be 3, 6, 9 all the way down. You could lose a lot of progress because someone got hit. Hence one of the values of using the shield, which reduces the attacks value. So if you use your shield, reduce the attack value to 1, instead of losing 9, getting hit 3 times 3, you reduced it to only 3. It's not much, but it's like, okay, now I'm feeling a lot more productive here. I'm feeling a lot better. Monster attacks, I might tone up the monster attacks a little bit. They feel a little weak for what they should be doing, especially focused attacks. Generally speaking, the ideal works here. I did add in the idea of using conditions, though. Effectively, they can spend 3 attack power. Instead of saying, I'm going to do 3 momentum damage, I'm saying I'm going to do a little bit less momentum. I'm going to do a little bit less damage. However, you can inflict, like broken. You can't use one of your magic items. Hey, you're confused. You can't use any of your signature powers, including your finisher. I should put that as a side note. Or, you can't use any of your signature powers. You're frozen. You can't take any actions until you get cleansed, which is another action, which means someone has to move over to you to cleanse you, to break you out. And if they're ever attacked, they get breaks, obviously. But hey, you can't defend yourself. You're going to get hit by the full brunt of it. And like, ow, that hurt. We've lost a lot of momentum. You're marked, -1 defense checks. You're in pain. Pain is probably one of the worst, which is the idea is -1 momentum every action the Pretty Cure takes. This doesn't seem like a big deal, but that is every time they want to do something, you have to lower momentum a little bit, or you spend a turn cleansing it. And like these are mostly inconveniences, but they can be pretty bad, especially if GM's a little bit clever with them and being like, oh, well, I want to do an area restrain. If I do an area sectional restrain, suddenly everyone in an area gets stuck in and we can't move anymore. And then someone else has to try to get us out, but that's a problem, but we have to clear it. But how are we going to clear it? Because we're going to get blasted by a bigger attack. It's a whole thing. Probably like Shaken would be one of the more annoying ones to use, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because what I want Shaken to be is a way to encourage a monster, a GM, effectively, when they're creating a monster, to say, hey, you just can't pass it back because he might hit you with Shaken and remove your finisher. So you can't finish him now because he's just delaying for time, and that's what the monster wants to do. Let's see, actually, I should do... Including the finisher until cleanse. I think that's pretty reasonable. Cure Phoenix, make you a bit smaller. Yep. Yeah, so hopefully that works as planned. Monster mood. Didn't really change too much about the monster mood. Worst case scenario is terrified. Because if it's terrified, all its attacks and defenses increase until it happens. Or, hey, that's what the general wants to happen. The general wants the monster to be terrified and be swinging it around wildly. There's probably something... Actually, you know what we can do? Let's see. Yep, prideful. Decrease momentum by -2 every action they take. Pretty much the more they are doing actions, the more they're decreasing momentum. That's really bad, so you need to break it out of them. Break that out of them as fast as possible. Berserk Rage. Berserk Rage can be really bad. It's also easy to avoid berserking, like, relatively speaking. Sometimes Cures do lose initially, sometimes they just get their asses kicked at first. Yeah, how do you cleanse these? Literally, it is an action called cleanse. It is an action that you walk over. If you are in the same position as someone, you can cleanse it, or you can cleanse yourself. Oh no, I'm in pain. I'm going to spend my action instead of kicking at them, instead of doing an act, do something else. I am saying nope. I'm spending my action to get rid of it. Which, if you're in pain, that's still an action, so you lose one. You lose one momentum. One of the arguably most efficient ways. Oh, so thank you very much, Gabriel Fan 13, for following. One of the most efficient things for you to do at the end of the day would actually have your friend come over, cleanse pain away from you, and then do something. Again, that's kind of the idea. There is a literal dedicated action for it. One of the ways to represent then, like, okay, you're losing a little initially, sometimes they're just getting their ass kicked at first. Kind of the idea of that is you're passing the initiative back to the monster. That's kind of the idea. It kind of represent the push and pull of the show a little bit. Where it's like, inevitably, every battle, you have to hand initiative back to the monster. And if you hand initiative back to the monster, you get to use your powers again. If you're allowed to use your powers, you're able to turn the tide a lot more easily. For more average episodes, this can be, you can maybe do these 2-3 times. That's kind of the idea. It's like you want to constantly have that push and pull of like, man, this guy's hitting this guy is like really kind of strong. We need to kind of figure out what he's good at, what he's weak against. Let's pass initiative and kind of see what we can find about him. Kind of like the idea that Greed Prince is actually very strong in his misery. He has 3 malaise and 2 ego. He wants to fuck your day up with malaise. If everyone kind of knows that he wants to fuck your day up with malaise, that's something everyone's going to be kind of planning for. However, he does have some abilities to, he does have some abilities to actually kind of throw people for a loop a little bit, and that's fine. This is one of the reasons why I was thinking about increasing the amount of attack power enemies have. Just a little bit, not much. Then we do the actual what happens when we win or lose. So, ideal outcome, perfect victory. So the 3 options are perfect victory, The Pretty Cure managed to score a complete victory, emerging victorious over the monster and saving the day. This is the default outcome. We have beat the monster, we have sealed the problem away, bzing, we've won. Easy enough to understand, very easy, we've done the whole episode, everything's good. Painful victory. You lose it, but you can say, hey, we have our finishers, we're going to win. We're saying, we lost the momentum, the monster's going to destroy everything, we're using our finisher to do something, but we're paying a cost. Something wrong has happened. I kind of give some examples down here. As that if the Pretty Cure are injured, they would mark an ability. Some of the ideas are like, hey, you get injured. If you're injured, you mark one of your ability scores, so you would mark something like, it would be something like magic, words or something like that. You would mark that, and you have despair. You have -1D on everything it is until the end of the next episode. So you'd have to go through a fight with this kind of as a constant reminder of like, yeah, you're sick. You might break a bone. You might just feel really depressed. You couldn't save the day as well as you could have. Very simple stuff. However, they could also leave collateral damage. The town is banged up and people try to build the best they can, or they could lose the central character. The idea of losing the central character is that they aren't moving past it. You've tried and you have failed to help this person. You've beaten the monster, but you didn't really solve the problem. That's kind of the problem, which one of the big ideas here is that you wouldn't get them as a friend. You also have the option of just retreating. Effectively, you can you pull back, everyone gets another scene in an attempt to kind of build up momentum or try to build up resources, and at this point, you reset the fight, and then you would play out the fight again, hopefully doing better this time. However, the monster's rampaging around, causing destruction, destroying the town, that's kind of the problem there. You don't want to get your shit kicked in. That's the secret, kids. I do also put in the idea of the mysterious savior. Effectively, hey, if you do lose, or you're losing instead of a Pyrrhic victory, you are miraculously saved by a mysterious benefactor. The mysterious benefactor is a third party who is doing something, who may want to help you, but you're also asking a bunch more questions. You are introducing a plot element now. Who is this person? Why are they doing these things? What's the actual gist going on here? I use kind of the idea of a kind of a common writer shows up, defeats the monster, and fucks off. Everyone's like, man, that was kind of weird. Who the fuck is that guy? And like, it's not really necessarily like you're stealing the thunder of the Pretty Cure. It would be more along the idea is that you are saying you lost. Someone is looking out for you, though. Who are they? Who are they, and what are they doing? Or, why did they save you at this time, and why are they even bothering to help you? Especially if it's something like another general or something. Oh no, an enemy general destroyed this other general. There's something going on. It's pretty much a way for you to have like a one-shot like plot incident go on. That's effectively what the mysterious savior is. And I kind of say, like, if you really overtune an enemy, bring one of these guys in, because it's like, hey, yeah, you were supposed to lose all along because this enemy is super duper tough. I didn't completely botch how strong this enemy was supposed to be by crippling you all and restraining you and beating the shit out of you with really good rolls. Of course not. It's all a part of the episode. That's the point. I put it as an optional rule because, I mean, some people don't like that. Some people do. It kind of depends. If you're playing with kids, I would recommend it. Yeah, legendary. Like, Heartcatch did this a couple times. That strange table will come into play later. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is if your playset, if your GM wants something like that, it's like, hey, we're fighting a very huge monster and he's totally kicking our ass, but oh no, totally this guy shows up and blows the enemy away, and they're like, I'll get you next time, as they teleport away. It's like, oh, who the fuck are you? Who are you? And then people look at it, and you can play this however you want. You could play it as like, oh, here's another Pretty Cure helping you out. She's being a little bit weird and mysterious. Who is she? She disappears into a flash, and we're like, we've introduced a plot. We've introduced a plot that we need to solve. Hey, this is a common writer in full Silver Knight garb, effectively. And everyone in Cure Phantasy Star is like, who the fuck is this guy? He's not supposed to be here. And they introduce it to the princess, and she's like, oh, he shouldn't be here. He's dead. Like, how is this possible? Plot. Yeah, it's always blindingly obvious who it is, but no one ever catches that. I will say, Heartcatch, the mysterious handsome man, that threw me for a fucking loop. when I first was going through it, when we were watching Heartcatch, it was like, oh man, he's gonna be like a random kid they meet. It's gonna be he this guy is going to obviously be like someone important, and then like, oh, it's that guy. Ah, I see who it is. And they're like, nope. It's like, what the fuck? And you kind of look at it a little bit, you're like, what? Like, all right, I mean, it makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, it makes sense what you're doing. However, I am very confused. Okay, so with this monsters, let's see. With the monster soundly defeated, the episode's epilogue plays out as each of the Pretty Cure encounter the let's see. The epilogue has each of the Pretty Cure have a scene of their choice, allowing them to let's see. Of course, the director may have their final scene as well, as they reveal the sinister plot for next time, or the result of the Pretty Cure's meddling. Or the result of the Pretty Cure's meddling. Result of as they reveal the sinister plot for next time, result of the Pretty Cure's meddling. Yeah, this is literally all this is going to be, is like, yeah, just play out a single last scene. They explain who it. Okay, everyone. Also, thank you very much, Leonid, for following. Spoilers for a show that came out 14 years ago, for a children's anime. So, here's the thing. That random guy that random guy comes, you know, saves the day a few times. That is actually, let me bring it up. Spoiler warning, so in case you don't wanna, let's see, let me see if I could find the, let me see if I can find the exact, like, the exact man it is. They reveal him, and, I'm trying to, okay, let me, so, this is, they reveal him, that's the fucking fairy? Yeah, that is the, it's, he turns into a human form to help the Pretty Cure out. He is also fucking terrifying, by the way. Yeah, he turns into a human to help people out. But you may be wondering, oh, does he speak? No. Because the joke is, arguably the big joke of this is that he is, let me see, yeah, the largest fairy. He is the largest fairy. He is, let me see if I can find him. Let me, yeah, this is Cure Flower. It's her husband. This is the thing. He takes the form of her husband to make his Pretty Cure happier. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's very, it's kind of a twist. I didn't see it. I did not see this shit coming a mile away. I was like, what the fuck are you on about? I'm like, alright, based and sneed pilled, I guess. See, this is the thing that I found was very funny. So here's Hanasaki. This is Tsubomi, everybody. Hello. Everyone say hello to Tsubomi. Hi, Tsubomi. Tsubomi was 14. Now, this is important to know. She was 14 in 2010. She is 20. She would be 28. This is a really funny thing to think about now, because it's like, oh, you're specifically 14 in 2010. She is specifically 14 in 2010, and now she would be technically, if they tried to redo it, she would be 28 years old. Which is just a really weird thing for me to think about. I'm like, yeah, this character would be 28. You're fucking old. Yeah, no, there's a couple one, I know they did, God, what series was it? Let me think. Yeah, they're talking about Sky Pretty Cure. We don't want Sky Pretty Cure. What? It was not Pretty Cure 5 had the sequel. It was it had it's going to annoy me until I figure it out. There was one that actually got like an actual like hard sequel later on when they are adults. Is it yes? No, that's not it. It's not Doki Doki. I know it's not Doki Doki. God, what was it? Yeah, there is quite literally one where it takes place at a later time. And I thought that was very interesting to me. I was like, yeah, this is like very clearly they grew up. There's also more. Yeah, every single year there has been a new Precure coming out. The current one is Precure Wonderful, or Predicure Wonderful. They are animals. It is the first series had multiple sequels. Yeah, it was the there was one series, it was an older one that literally came out, and they're like clearly adults. That was the thing. And then they turned back into Predicure. There is an actual series. I can't remember which one it is. It's not going to be Hug because Hug's fucking weird. Is it Happiness Charge? I don't remember which one it was. I'm losing my fucking mind. I clearly remember one. There was one where they were. It came out like way later though. That was kind of the weird thing. It was like, here's a sequel to this other series, and they are adults now, like very clearly adults. Is the name of the grow ones? Yeah, there's Precure Full Bloom. That's it. There we go. Yes, this one. It's yeah, it's stories a continuation of Precure 5. There we go. Yeah, it's continuation. I knew it was Yes Precure. Fucking knew. Because Yes was weird because they actually had a second season. Then they made then they made the sequel series, which was Precure Full Bloom, Cure, where they're all grown up. It was announced in 2023. This was last year. Yeah, this just came out, relatively speaking. They are like adults now. That's the thing. Yeah, pretty splashed art. Now adults working on their dreams. Yeah. Like, this is, like, it is clearly, like, way after. They are adults. I thought that was really fascinating. And they've been, from what I was seeing, they're like, these are the ones with, like, yeah, these are the ones with, sequel potential. That was the big thing. It was, here's sequel potential. I'm like, that's a really weird thing to talk about with a show like this, but alright. Yes, they updated the animation, made things a lot smoother to talk about. Technically, if you want to be really, really specific, technically, the end of Heartcatch. At the very end of Heartcatch, you see her little sister. You see Sabomi's little sister see the image, and this would, like... That's one of those weird things being like, is this like a sequel bait? Like, is this... I'm surprised they've never developed Heartcatch further. They might have in, like, other things, but... Yes, hello. Because Cure Princess is insufferable. Like, yeah, they kind of deliberately say, like, oh, well, here's a sequel potential with Heartcatch. They never go on with it. There's a couple of them that they've talked about, which is like, here's sequel potential. They instead went with Yes, and arguably, if they determined that Yes Precure was really good, that sequel movie, and it's only been a year, so it's kind of hard to tell if it did, like, if it was, like, successful. I wouldn't be surprised if they take some other series that did well and be like, here's them as adults. It's like it's Power Rangers logic. That's how I always saw it. It is purely Power Rangers logic, where, yes, the end, like, we're all technically united in a single series, however, we totally are not at the same time. We are completely on the up and up. However, we are also completely definitely not. Like, that's kind of the idea. Let's see. We need to go all the way back down here. We are united when it is convenient. Yeah. Yeah, it's each one has their own continuity, except when they don't, and except when they do, but don't think about it too hard. That's again, it's the same logic with like Power Rangers. Every single Power Rangers franchise takes place at the exact same time with one another, but they also completely do not think about it. Tommy Oliver was Jesus Christ. That will always be the funniest aspect of Power Rangers to me, is that Tommy Oliver became Jesus Christ. Like, based. He's yet thinking too hard. A show for kindergartners. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. The director is able. When an episode comes to a close, each of the Pretty Cure will be able. Let's see. Each of the Pretty Cure will be able to. Prove themselves. Let's see. When an episode comes to a close, each of the Pretty Cure will be able to improve themselves. Let's see. Every roundhouse kick and let's see. Every friend made is helping them grow as people. It's helping them grow as people. Ultimately, a season of Pretty Cure is an exploration of the Pretty Cure maturing and becoming more than what they began as. Power of friendship. However, as long as evil is afoot, the Pretty Cure's Pretty Cure's job is never done. Pretty Cure's duty, I should say, duty. Actually, no. The Pretty Cure's job is never done. At the end of the episode, each of the Pretty Cure will be able to improve themselves. Increasing their attributes and abilities. Reflect their confidence as the longer they fight, and lead to the final confrontation. Kind of more of the here's a little bit of the sappy indication, being like, yeah, I know it's about growing up, it's about, you know, being a little bit, it's about growing up, it's about being better than who you were and doing your best. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and we're going this column. So we're going to do a see attribute improvement. So first things first, attribute improvement. The Pretty Cure chooses attributes of their choice and increases them by +1. They must be part of different abilities and actions. Must be part of different abilities and abilities and actions. Let's see. And improve. Right, so that's kind of the idea. Kind of like, I don't want people to like just dump everything in one, where it's just like, yeah, you know, spread it around a little bit. You know, like, I want this. People are yicking at me. People are yicking at me, everyone. God help us all. Oh Jesus. Power Rangers like this Saban jiggy fuckery though. Yeah. Hey, remember Yosemite? Guess who also influenced Pretty Cure, or should I say Glitter Force? Yeah, Yosemite, you have to remember. Like you got to remember the Glitter Force exists because of Saban. How many seasons? How many episodes do you envision there as being in a season? Oh God. Here's the thing. It's hard to give a good idea of what those would look like. That's why I don't really want to make any like hard and fast calls on it. Generally speaking, I would estimate about 24 at best. You can split it. You can split up the 4 pretty easily. You might say, well, that's less than a pre-Cure season, which is usually about 48. One of the ideas of kind of like the juggling, kind of the idea of kind of saying about 24 is because as players, you're going to have different ways of doing things in a 24-minute show. With ad breaks and things like that. Things are going to be a little bit different, so I'm saying like 24 session like episodes as like a we want to do the full fucking experience, then yeah. Thank you for reminding me though. I will actually probably put in like a, hey, you want to... Yeah, they're 4 cores long, you know, it's 50, 52 episodes, 48, usually it's about 48 episodes. Again, my thinking is about 24. If you want to do like we are doing a full-on thing, I would say about 24 max. And I'll probably put in there like, hey, you want to be Speedy Gonzalez and you want to like rapidly increase power? Yeah, all right, here's how we can do it. Juggling the real and the fantastical in the game. There's a lot of juggling the real and fantastical. It's kind of the idea that there is the narrative scenes. I would say a basic episode will be probably about 70% narrative scenes and 30% combat. you are using the power of, marine dynamite. You're using marine dynamite at the end of an episode, not in the middle of it, kind of thing. You see it right at the end. It's kind of the climax of the episode. We're going to fight giant monster, marine dynamite. That's kind of the premise there. So, let's see, signature power up. For unique signature power, this begins at value 2. Kind of the idea of like having multiple signature powers would be like, I want to differentiate which abilities I'm using. I kind of talked with people about it, and people said like 4 is a good number. And I think 4 is a pretty good number as well. Mostly because I don't think you'd ever want to like double up on like a fight one, have different, like, no, you're just like, you're gonna have one big fight one that's gonna be your thing. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. The monster of the week is just an expression of whatever the actual problem. I think 1 is the loneliest number. Yeah. This value. This begins with value 2. I feel like there should be a 4th one. I'm trying to think of what would be a good 4th one, because personal advancement's kind of the. It's. Let's see. Yeah, like rapid episodes are like 5. You can win a rapid fight in like 2 seconds. That's the point. And I'm perfectly fine with this, by the way. Let's see. Actually, actually, so hobby. We do hobby, work. Yeah, okay. Adds new hobby or quirk. There we go, personal development. Generally speaking, I don't think people would go immediately for personal development, but that's, I want a new quirk. I want something to give me a little bit, I wouldn't say necessarily give me an edge, because you don't need to get an edge, but it's like, hey, you have a new hobby now, which is an extra 1D on a lot of different things. That's kind of the benefit there. It's personal development, especially if I don't really want to increase any of my signature powers anymore, because they're all really powerful already. I want to get a new hobby, so because I'm really lacking behind that, or yeah, that's Usually the new technique. I kind of do the idea with, like, the new techniques. It is... I want people to keep having them. I want people... How do I want to word it? Pure Marine kept using Marine Blast even after she acquired Marine Dynamite. That's kind of the thing. Also, it gets tiring if you end up playing exactly the show. Like, it is... I kind of want people to kind of play to the show a little bit. I would say the main appeal. Here's the thing. This is the main appeal of the game. And I understood this from the... as I was going through and how much people were actually weirdly enjoying it. This is the main fun of the game. It is the fact that you're really doubling down on the themes and motifs, and you're having fun here. You know, the wonderful life and all these different things. It's kind of that setup and playing out that setup. Which does kind of, if you are playing with an older crowd, put in draconian producers. It's the draconian producers rule is we're playing to the show, and it's kind of a meta funny moment. It's force everyone to play as if we are a G-rated show. If you swear we're going to have a tougher time, things are, you know, you're playing a TV show, that's the joke. Kind of thing. That is the funny. And that's kind of the meta way of looking at things, Lee. Like, we are entertainingly doing this thing. Alright, so we want to do immediately, but that's only partially what the pretty cure will be improving. One of the most important things they will have one of the most important things they will develop is a new friendship. With the central character. Similar to family members or clubmates. The central character will become someone they can rely on. They can rely on if they need assistance. If a Very good manage to help a classmate who's enthusiastic about bikes when they need to get across town quick. Across town quickly. They are enthusiastic. When they need to get across town quickly, they have a friend who give them a ride, or even their bike. So it's kind of the idea, like, that is one of the most important things you actually get. You get more people willing to help you. And again, we're using the power of friendship. And what do we do? And what happens when we get some people we can get friends with? You're right, we get bonus dice. We not only get the narrative, benefit, we also get bonus dice. Hey, I've helped this person, they're going to help me. Henshin Hero all over. Also, Satan War Snakeskin. Henshin Hero needs to get an update. Satan War Snakeskin. Satan War Snakeskin was a development of Henshin Hero. You could say. NPC friends are meta. A little, yeah. There's that. There's kind of the. There's the internal logic of this. You help this person. They care about you. You care about them. Awesome. Indirectly, what the players are seeing as is like, this guy can give me an extra die when I need help. Hey, you befriend the smartest kid in class? Awesome. Congratulations. You now have +2 dice anytime you need to study for a test because he's the smartest kid in class. There's school clubs too. You know, the bicycling club will help us out. You know, that's kind of the idea. You're making connections with other people. By the end of a series, like, and this is kind of like one of the things I would like. I want to make a playset sheet. I'm here for a moment. Are you doing a Notepad Must Die marathon stream for a few hours? I don't know yet. We're moving through. It'll be a little while though. So have no fear, Spartan. I will be here. Oh god. And someone says mean. It's kind of the idea that, like, at the start of the episode, at the start of the season, you all kind of have like a vague small number of people you can really rely on. Like, you have these small amount of people you rely on that you care about. In your family, club mates, maybe some more immediate friends that you're kind of friends with, but maybe not. But then at the end is like you have this smorgasbord of people that you've helped, and that you have kind of a more physical, you kind of have that, it's kind of the three parts, it's kind of the three-pronged attack. You have the, hey, we've helped people, here's a tangible thing that we can see that we can help these people, they care about us, we care about them. You have the narrative power of, hey, we are good friends with the bicycling club. We are good friends with the film club. We're good friends with all of these different people. We can draw upon them for help, and we want to do a big thing for the school festival or whatever. And then you have more of the meta element, which is, we have multiple ways to get bonus dice, and we can totally make all of this shit work perfectly. We just need to work together to do this. It'll work perfect. Boom, done. Everyone's happy. Everybody wins. Let's see. That's kind of the you know, I'm actually going to put in the a note. We'll put in a blue director's note here, which is the hey, let's see, the power of friendship. Remember, friends have a narrative effect. Yeah, friendship is power, and you need it. It's pretty good match. So we're going to do our relational, and then we do our personal advancement, and then we're going to add in our we're going to put in one which I'm going to call the major goals section. So, major goals. One of the during the playset creation, the pretty clear director highlighted the goals and problems of the antagonists and the pretty cure. During one of the major goals reflect major goals reflect the overall storyline goals that the Pretty Cure are developing towards. When developing major goals, the director should have them the large set pieces that the pretty cure discover about themselves. Or reveal a pivotal plot point. Or discover about themselves, or reveal a pivotal plot point. When a major goal is reached, the season will move on to its next phase. Let's see, even placing even more precarious situations. Kind of the idea what I want to get for, like, hey, this is what a major goal is these are moments that are, like, clearly social. The power of friendship and this gun I found. Yeah, pretty much. With authority, moxie, and resolve. Yeah, that works pretty well. But I am a sucker for the word moxie. Moxie always sounds cool. I am a big fan of moxie maxing. Oh god. Oh, sweet baby Jesus Christmas Christ. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, no. Hello. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's 97 people. Oh, goodness. Hello, everyone. My name is, oh god, Urelli Mating Press. Hello, everyone. My name is Notepad Anon. I write games for fun. Thank you very much for following, Sabuchi. Oh god. Oh no. I'm not prepared for this. Yes, hello. We're talking about Pretty Cure. We're talking about anime girls and they're teenagers, but like 14, so don't do any of that. Hello. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh god, hello. Thank you, Eric Passoon. You broke the 100 mark, bro. I did break the 100 mark. Now, here's what I get to do real fast. I'm gonna quickly... Oh, damn it. Like 25 people just left. Shit. Yes, hello. Hopefully everyone is having fun. Spartan told me to do it. Have a good stream party, people. Oh, goodness. Thank you very... Yeah, at anime teenagers. Yeah, I expected as much. Zam. Here, let me quickly post this. I'm officially a 2-view, everybody. Yes, and I'm just want to watch these numbers plummet. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready for these numbers to plummet. Yes, hello. I write tabletop games for fun. Do not convince... You let Spartan convince you. That was your first mistake. Oh boy, I can't wait to make my Precure OC. You totally can make your Precure OC. Of course you can, because we are all secretly pretty... We're all pretty cure at the end of the day, everyone. I hope you all know that. Let's see. So, major goals. We want to do that. Ooh, good. Let's see. Here we're going to put in a line right there. See, it's very difficult for me to be like super entertaining though. Like, because this is not a very entertaining stream. That's what this game is for. Exactly. You make your pre-cure OCs. Wait, what the fuck is going on? They're I got raided by someone. It's great. I lost 50 viewers in 30 seconds. Yeah, it's not enough Urelli mating. What the fuck is Urelli mating press? Let's Google this live on air. What could possibly be Urelli mating press? Oh sweet baby Jesus. I did not wonder what happens when I press this button. Oopsie doopsie. What made you think that was a good idea? Man, I don't fucking know. It could be anything. Google that in your Twitter. I like playing it fast and loose. You know what? Here's what we can do. Here's what we're gonna do, everyone. Okay. New plan. Let's just... I'm just gonna look at it while we're blank screened. I mean, there can't be... Man, what the fuck? That's just Goku. Why is Goku on here? Is this... Do you guys want to have sex with Warframes? I mean... Based? I guess? Oh. Wow, that's... Why is there so much? Okay, that's just... That's not anything. That's Genshin Impact. Wait a second, that's Yukari. Why is Yukari on here? Man. Y'all fuckers need Jesus. Why is Bay on here? Why is the funny rat on here? Oh man. Oh Jesus. See, this is the kind of content, this is the content you all come here for. Like, yes. Why would Goku not be on here? High quality little girl streaming. Wait a second, this is... Yeah, I mean, I'm just going through here. I mean, wow, wait. That's Michelangelo. Why the fuck are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on here? What the fuck, guys? Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's go back to anime girls beating the shit out of monsters. The 60 people who left immediately missed out on this peak. Not gonna lie, this is better. This is better without visuals. Yeah, that's meant historical Michelangelo or comic book Michelangelo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo having sex with the other I can never remember his name. Raphael, yeah. It's like, why? But why? Wait a second, this isn't game design. Just hearing about the Ninja Turtles all of a sudden. This is the kind of content you come to the Notepad Anon experience for. You come from me hitting the word mating press on Google just in front of a crowd of 70 people. I wonder what this is. Man, I thought you were doing like a joke or something. That's the thing. I was just like, like mating press. Hee hee hoo hoo. Funny rat. Is Urelli a streamer? Is this going to be a joke? No, it's just porn. It's just Warframe pornography. How? they're warframes. Like, I get it, but jeez, guys. This is the kind of content you get from your boy Notepad. Do not expect anything high quality here. We talk about game design. Order of your yeah, you get it? The joke is poor, and now laugh. How does it feel to be part of the hidden order of the Yareli mating press? I'm a changed man. I've seen things you wouldn't believe. I mean, there's some things that I'm not. Thing goes to local lands and decides to look at Warframe porn on stream. Sorry, I'm just, like, ethical. It's this or I start raggy maxing. Oh, Maesta? Oh, Lord, you want me to look up Maesta? Okay. I have 43 people here right now, everyone. We're gonna Google Maesta. I've just lost like 5 people. Let's quickly talk about Maesta. So, God, let me. This is a terrible. Okay, so this is Maesta. Maesta is a tabletop role-playing game about monster hyper pregnancy. This is also vaguely related to what I need. Like, you have to remember, this is vaguely related to this actual stream. I would like to believe that it's not. However, this is the society that we live in, and I want 43 people to. I want all of you people who are uninitiated in this to know now that no, not again. I want all of you now, all 40 of you here now, coming to this stream thinking, nothing's going to be weird about the funny tabletop role-playing game. Man, welcome to Maesta. This is a tabletop role-playing game about hyperpregnancy. This is a serious tabletop role-playing game about hyperpreg. And I want every single one of you to know that it exists. I want all of you to know that this exists. You invited to me, Yareli mating press. Monster, he said, without batting an eye, without thinking twice, like it's normal. Mate, I've seen things I'm not proud of. Yes, this is Maesta. Maesta is relatively tame. Like, honest to God, Maesta is actually pretty tame from some of the shit I've seen. Yeah, these are brood mothers. Two brood mothers became a little broken. Google FAP TTRPG. Heroin crisis. What makes it hyper? Well, here's the like Google it and facade. Yeah, this is the idea of hyper. Like you can't actually walk anymore, and the number of gravids in your stomach that can occur is we're too far gone at this point, boys. Like we are so far gone, it's never even began. I am one of the only human beings on the planet who has probably ever done a video on this because I find it to be fascinating. The world needs to know. And I will be its speaker. Twitch ban incoming. Come on! What are you doing? I am talking about the female form. Do you hate women? Let's see. Also, okay, we want the FAP RPG? Jesus, can I even get the FAP RPG in here? Alright, I'm actually going to Google FAP TTRPG. This is one of those things that's very complicated to bring up. Okay. So I'm going to bring this one up. I don't think anything is bad here. I want everyone to know that FAP is a furry tabletop role-playing game about having graphic sex. This is the Hard Heroes expansion. I can't click on the actual cover right here because it shows things that are far beyond mortal comprehension. There is, however, the FAP Finder version of the game. You bring unto me Yareli mating press, I bring unto you cursed knowledge. Thank you very much. how many viewers were there before the raid? Oh, we got a we've got a Manly co-host. Hello, everyone. Say hello to Manly, our Maho Shoujo Manly. My pre-Cure game. How many viewers were there before the stream? Before the raid. Before the raid, there was about 6. Yeah, there were 6 to 9. What the fuck? So, let's talk about something a little bit more productive now. Let's talk games. This is the content that you deserve, everyone. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually the most number of people I have ever actually seen in this place. Understand that. I believe it was Sabuchi who raided me. Did it pop up correctly? Yes, Sabuchi raided me. Thank you very much, Sabuchi. Everyone should let me open up their thing here real fast. Everyone, please thank Sabuchi here. Looks like they are a Warframe streamer. Very cool. Thank you all. Kisu kisu. As is known, they are a Warframe streamer. And Spartan managed to gaslight them into raiding me for some whatever reason. No point having stage fright. Yes. Have no fear. This is not my wheelhouse. Even though there is a Warframe. There's I think 2 Warframe TRPGs. There's a couple Warframe TRPGs out there. One is decent, one is not decent. But hey, that's half the fun, right? But see, this is what happens. You get me to, post Yoreli, you make me post you make me look these things up because I want to be part of the in crowd. But now you've cursed the well. The world must now know. Billions must master. Alright, so, we want to go to, the major goals, developing major goals should be a large set piece, pretty discover about themselves, or reveal a pivotal plot point. Major goals reached, season 1, move on to the next phase, enemies grow more powerful. One of the, actually, reaching one of the major benefits of reaching a major goal is the that the Pretty Cure will gain. Pretty Cure will gain. Let's see, stand toe to toe with forces of evil without without faltering. So, we want to do the major goal when their major goal is reached instead of the standard. Instead of the standard end of the episode advancement. They'll receive all of the following. They'll receive all of the following. That's kind of the idea. They're going to receive everything here instead of just the end goal. Instead of just these ones, they're going to get a little bit of everything because, again, this is kind of like the, big moment. Actually, no, this would be, pretty much you get a flat +4. Pretty much you get a pretty big one in a single category. Like this is your big one. Actually, we want to do finisher enhancement. So if you want to do a finisher enhancement, that would be the idea of oh Lord, we are not sent. We are no. We are not going to show them. If you are curious for more lovely, degenerate, horrible content that absolutely no one should ever find, Google Arabelica. Arabelica is something that does not need to exist, but it does, and we all have to suffer that we all must suffer the consequences of this. What are the Warframes still doing here? The TG show already ended. They're here for my sterling personality, obviously, Gabriel. Can't you tell? By me staring very intensely at, this. Let's see. Increase the value of their... Let's see. Pretty Cure, increase the value of their... Let's see, increase the value, finisher enhancement. We would need to do see, the Pretty Cure chooses one of their signature powers, excluding their finisher, and marks the use. Yeah, signature perfect is a little bit... You could still develop it, but it's kind of the idea like, hey, I am choosing to develop a really cool new superpower. Let's see. Thank you very much, Dark Mega 97. Thank you for following. No wonder why it's always 10 autists rather than 100 ones in here. Exactly. I mean, this is just the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, we are slowly developing. We are almost hit our 350 goal. Not very impressive here, of course, but 350 is impressive for someone who writes tabletop role-playing games on the internet. So, let's see. What do we want to do here? I feel like we should put in another one, but I'm trying to think of what else we could improve. No. Actually, magic item hardening. Hardening sounds bad. Pretty much the idea is the Pretty Cure may choose any the Pretty Cure team. Pretty Cure team may choose any magic item of their choice, and increase the number of times it can be used by +1. By 1. Effectively, oh, sorry, I keep bashing my mic. Effectively, the idea here is you've hit a major goal. You really are only going to get 3 of these. This is the big thing. You are going to get 3 of these. We've hit mid-season. We've hit end season. We are now in the finale. These are your big advancements. These are your big noticeable increases. You know, and the idea of using the magic item is, and I say there's only going to be 3 because it's mid-season, end-season, finale. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty regimented. You're not going to get too many of these. That's kind of the point, and that's fine. That's why I'm being a little bit more generous of handing them out. Devmore. Can you repeat the thing I shouldn't Google? Aerobellica. Let's see, you get a thing that goes in the thing that spins. It's effectively the idea for like the magic item hardening, because if you go to Pretty Cure, if we do Pretty Cure Heartcatch, it is the jar. Yeah, it's the jar. That's the heart pot. That's what it is. This is one of those really weird things they bring up as a plot point, but they never use. They establish this is an important plot point, but they never talk about it afterwards. They use it once in a blue moon, and it's always weird when they do. So, the basic premise of the heart pot is that you get things, but you can take out the heart seeds and then use that to get a super speed. Like, they actually make a big thing, like they use them to actually get like super speed and stuff, but they never talk about it afterwards. Like, they always, it's very strange, and every now and again they show it, like, oh, speedness refreshes a person's mind, boosts a cure's strength. You know, white teleportation through the Heartcatch mirage. Like, this shit's like, this is incredibly fucking powerful, but they don't talk about it. Like, and this is kind of the idea. This is what I'm a little bit like using it, being like, you can only use it once per season, of course, but you see all of the different items they have. If we look at like, let's go to a la mode. It's the candy rod. Perform their attacks, everyone. It's the candy rod, because of course they have the candy rod. Doki Doki, what do they have? Love Kiss Rouge. Ah, yes, the sparkle stick. Man, do they have to call it the sparkle stick? Man. So it's kind of the idea, like, you can use these special items. You can use your magic items to get a flat bonus. Why are you here? You can use those special items to get a flat bonus. They don't use it much for something so useful. Yeah. Mentioning the jar. The reason why the writer never used them. Like, I think it was one of those reasons why Fugo got written out of Golden Wind. Fugo got written out of Golden Wind because Fugo had the literal ultimate solution to every problem. Oh no, there's a problem. I'm going to punch it and they die. Oh no, there's a problem. I'm going to punch it and they die. And then it's just like, oh well, you can't do that because you might hurt innocent people. Yeah, Giorno also made the ultimate, panacea to it. It's too much of a get out of jail free card. Yeah, and that's why they don't use it very much. Yeah, and then they don't use it very much in Heartcatch because it's like, oh, you have super speed. This would invalidate some fights. Hey, you don't have super strength. This would invalidate some fights. It is purely we have it, we're going to use it once we have it. That's why I need to put it in. And even down to like, oh, your finishers and stuff, I don't really want to put the magic item in for like just that. I was thinking about doing like everyone has a transformation item or whatever that they can use to get a flat like +1 or 2 on one of their rolls. You use it once per session. This is your thing that you can cross out. You use it, cool. But another part of me is like, nah, you don't get that. Thank you very much, Andrea Yumi, for following. Ooh. Let's see. Ability improvement, finisher enhancement, and signature magic item. Hardening. Hardening doesn't seem like the right word. Hardening synonym. Cake. Wow, thanks. Empower, license, entitle, permit, allow, sanction, warrant, commission, that's like I can clearly see the word I want to use. This is the thing. I know the word I want to use. Tempering. Boom, tempering. That's good. That's a good one. Thank you, both of you. These items let you become a Precure, which is a pretty big power-up. Precure are flat, mid to high level superhumans. Yeah, effectively. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. To give you an idea, this is your, like, you get this at the beginning of the campaign when you become a Precure. This is what you technically get. You know, it's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, well, we're not super strong, being like, yeah, but you got this. You have the, you get your finisher, you get a signature ability, you know, you get your powers, you get your magic items, you get things. That's kind of the idea. Rather than, let's see. Of course, the major, let's see. Of course, the major goal is also a time for the villains to advance their plans, and employ ever more nefarious tools and abilities. And let's see, employ even more nefarious tools and abilities against the Precure. Evil never rests and will continue to increasingly malign ways. It's kind of the idea, like, you hit a major plot point, you hit a major goal, we have clearly escalated. That's the big thing. We have escalated the situation. We are now going to be doing things. Oh no, now is the time. So, magic items. This shows gamers that are still here for the games, you know. Let's see. Yeah, there's always the scene where the first Cure transfer jumps a mile in the air because they don't realize how strong they are. It's just fine. YouTube playlist videos to show the gamers that are still here the games you know. Sorry everyone, I am a Yick only gamer. I only play Yick, 25-8. I am Yick's strongest warrior. Yes, I do in fact have a YouTube channel. Yes, hello, this is my YouTube channel. Let's... here's my YouTube channel. I write games for fun. If you want hardcore video games, this is the other one. Don't bother really going to it though, because it's just a bunch of, you will get inundated with hundreds of streams. I play some games on here every now and again. Video games, yay! Spartan, I'll lie to you. I want everyone to remember that. I'm yicking out, of course. When the new Yick version coming out? God, the King of Dragon Pass one was frustrating. The King of Dragon Pass streams went well. I was really worried there. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Mid-game, that Dragon Pass stream, I was getting violated. Orlundi! There could be Orlundi here. Yes, the new Yick version is coming out. We're getting the early preview early in April. Then after the early preview, I would suspect. Here's the thing. I am going to make a rough suspect that we are going to see Yick 1.5 release formally in maybe May, maybe June. I would suspect May or June, depending on the reception of the preview. We will play the preview on stream. I will set aside time to play the preview on stream because it is that important to me. Because I will fight people. My Friday D&D game starts in half an hour. Maybe I should prep. Nah, you don't need to prep. Yeah, don't worry. We're doing pretty good. To kind of give you a run through of what's going to happen now. I'm going to write the magic item rules. Magic item rules aren't going to be too complicated. It's just going to be the idea that magic items are going to give you 3 things. A magic item can give you a boost. You can get just, hey, I have a blast item, I have a fight item, I have something like that, that if we use it, it's a group resource. This is the thing you gotta remember. These are group resources. So if someone uses this item, that means that person gets it, and the group doesn't get to get it anymore. We're working together, though. Every magic item we get means that magic item we can all use. Some are going to be more narrative tools. Hey, this item lets us fly. Very simply, this item lets us fly. Doesn't seem very useful until you realize you can fly. Then there is going to be the kind of more of like the release. Yeah, effectively, we're making ciphers without ciphers being terrible. And we're also good. Again, the big thing I want to do is like tie it to be a group resource. That's the big thing for me. It is, you have the heart pot or whatever that gives you a +3 to +3D to your fight, and one person can use that. Once an episode, we use that, and that's kind of the big thing. You're doing the big fight attack. It would be with the Cure Fantasy Star, you would want Hitomi to use it, because Hitomi would get 10d6 to roll, and she would be able to deliver a nasty hit. She can also use that when you're doing a team attack. So you're like, ho, 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 we're using this to boost up our team attack to do a huge attack, and now we're hitting for 8 gorillion damage or whatever. That's kind of the idea. There's going to be some more narrative ones, and then there's going to be... I'm thinking about literally writing in like here is a plot device. This doesn't do anything. This is a plot device that keeps the plot moving. Like, yes, congratulations. You have a new plot device that lets you do something. Neato burrito. Ta-da. That's kind of the idea of like the heart pot. Not the heart pot. I can't remember. The Mirage. Heartcatch Mirage. What does the Heartcatch Mirage really do? It lets them transform into their white form, into their Blanco forms, and also let them summon God to punch the problem in the face, which will never not be the funniest goddamn thing in the world. It's hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. Ah, man, what could possibly be the problem? Duh. The fact that that is like the ultimate final technique of Heartcatch Precure will never not be hilarious. It will never not be funnier than fuck that the final fight for Heartcatch is summoning God to fist fight your problems. It's great. Yeah. When I first saw it, we were sitting in VC, we're watching fucking Heartcatch. They do it, we pause the video, we are all dying because it's so ridiculous. When you first see it, you're like, it's not even like funny ridiculous, you're just like, you have summoned God and the first thing you do is have it punch someone. That's your final technique. I'm like, yep, this is Pretty Cure, all right. I like Pretty Cure. I'm going to be unironic. I stand for Pretty Cure. I do enjoy the franchise now. It is funny how over the course of this project, I have grown to be more affectionate of it. I get why. I get it. Like, I understand. If someone understands, like, hey, what's a Precure, I would be like, watch it, it is fun. Watch Hugto if you are on some fucking shit. Like, if you want to smoke some crack, watch Hugto. Lays on the sentimentality with a black hole. Yeah, I've heard some. I kind of want to see Wonderful though. Here's the thing: I want to see Wonderful, and I want to see Wonderful not over the course of this seems really good or whatever. Apparently it's just weird. It's like just really bizarre to watch. All right, so oh, actually, Pretty Cure are inherently magical individuals granted immense power, protect the world from evil. Magic items are created by the coalescence. Coalesces of emotional energy and magic. There can be heroic magic item. There can be heroic tools wielded by ancient Precure to battle against battle against the nightmares or wicked by wicked weapons used by nefarious forces. That's a fucking tongue twister. Wicked weapons used by nefarious forces. The forces of good. The Pretty Cure will acquire magic items. Will acquire magic items throughout the season. Footnote. This is dependent on the playset, of course. This is dependent on the playset, of course. Let's see. Pretty Cure will acquire magic items throughout the season, allowing them to tap into these and embolden and enhance themselves and fortify their resolve when the Pretty Cure acquire a magic item, it goes into the Pretty Cure. It goes into the Pretty Cure panoply. Actually, no. We are not going to use Panoply. Bad notepad. Bad notepad. Wonderful doesn't have the fun DBZ style fight scene, so it loses. That's what I kind of want to, like, one of the reasons I want to watch it, is that it's apparently just very weird. Like, I don't want to use the word. That's a bad word. Actually, there we go. It goes to the Pretty Cure Treasury on the goes into it. It goes into the Pretty Cure Treasury at any time during the episode. Let's see, anytime during the episode or anytime during the episode, a Pretty Cure may use a magic item. Anytime during an episode, the Pretty Cure may use a magic item for its effects. However, some magic actually, what we're going to do is this. So when Pretty Cure acquires a magic item, so it's kind of like, hey, this is just, you can tap into these things to increase your ability. When you acquire a magic item, it goes into the Pretty Cure Treasury. Anytime during the episode, may use a magic items for its effects. However, when they do use it, when they do use a magic item, they can none of the other Pretty Cure may use the magic item until next episode. Magic items are a resource for the entire team to use, and power and teamwork go hand in hand. Power and teamwork go hand in hand. So we kind of get the idea. Again, we are constantly iterating upon the concept of work together. That's something we always want to hit on. So we want to do so we want to do a boost item. The Pretty Cure, let's see, the Pretty Cure has actually a booster. The boost magic item is tied to an attribute. Let's see, a boost magic item is tied to an attribute. Let's see, boost magic item is tied to an attribute, granting the Pretty Cure who uses it a plus X. A plus X, and I'm gonna put a footnote here. Actually, no, we're going to do a plus a 2, 3, 4, 5 D on there on the one. Boost magic item is tied to an attribute granting Pretty Cure who uses it who granting hope on their test when using a very simple item. We want to do we want to call these it's a good artifact. Artifact. Relic. Relic's a fun word, right? I like relic. Let's see, a relic. A relic magic item. Let's see, a relic magic item allows the Pretty Cure to perform specific actions or ability. Allows the Pretty Cure to perform specific actions or abilities they normally would not be able to without it. And we would do, it would be a is a unique item that allows the Pretty Cure this. It would be a boost item, a relic item, a actually no. An enchanted magic item. During a maybe equipped as long as the pretty cure has, let's see, as long as the pretty cure is active. Let's see, how do I, so it's let's see, an enchanted magic item may be equipped as long as the pretty cure. Let's see, as long as the pretty cure do not lose their +1 D hope to all attack, to all combat, or defensive actions. So it's kind of like the. So it kind of goes where, like, hey, you have an enchanted item. Remember, only one person can use the enchantment, though. That's kind of the relic and curio. There's a little dresser thing that you can store the other merchandise. I mean, magic items. Exactly. It's like curio. Actually, no, we can call it curio. Here's what we can do. A curio. Curio, no direct use by itself, but and influences the storyline. And I'm going to put a note here. This is a plot device. This is a magic item that is a plot device. This is a magic item that is a plot device. That is all it does. It is a plot device. It interacts with the world in unique ways and influences the storyline. Curios are what I want curios to be is, hey, here is the heart pot. What does the heart pot actually do? Nothing. The heart pot does not do anything. The transformation items that most of the girls have don't do anything directly. They let you transform, and that's a unique interaction with the world and influences the storyline, obviously. But it's not like, oh, I'm going to use this and now I can use my Kamehameha. Not quite. Actually, what we can do is... let's see. A magic item that possesses is a signature power stored within it. If it is used, then the pretty cure would fire off the So it's kind of the idea, hey, I'm going to give you a power magic item. You have a value 3, you have a value 6 blast attack in your in this item that anyone can technically use, but you don't have to use it if you don't want. You're not encouraged, like it's kind of like it's there. And I'm very specifically not saying, oh, like roll random things to give people. No. I'm not going to say that. Most obviously, what I should do is it should be like, give people boosts. Boosts are your value. Boosts are valuable. Curios are relics are fun. Boosts are fun. Enchantments are kind of like your end game kind of thing. Or like, we clearly want to give people some more, punch to things. Like it's a special item that you're only like one enchantment item, but we're enchanting someone to give them power. We're enchanting them to increase their defensive actions. This would be, to give you an idea, the enchantment here would be the, magenta would be the blue, would be, that's an enchantment. It's like you get plus 1d because you have this equipped to you, then you lost the initiative and lose it, kind of thing. Oopsie doopsie. No, don't lose the initiative, obviously, because you're going to suffer for it. Ooh. Power items, that would be the thing with a power item that I would say is that if you notice the team is clearly lacking on something, giving them a power item with that wouldn't be the worst idea. Hey, none of you have shields, none of you have this ability to actually protect yourself. Here is a power weapon. Here's a power item that you can use for a one-off shield. It's not going to be like, this is a savior mechanic, effectively. It's like, here is your, and the idea kind of, again, the implication here, these are all the toys you're going to get. Draw them out. These are toys. These are things that you would go to the store and buy your niece, you would buy your daughter, you would buy anything. This would be the thing that you would buy. And that's what they should reflect, kind of. You're buying the heart pot. You're buying the magic wand. You're buying this. You're buying an item. Actually, let me... yeah, it's kind of my idea of like, yeah, PL controlling time and space. Yeah, no, it's so we want to do the magic item. The magic item rules are located in the advancement chapter for two very specific reasons. Number of magic items and power of magic items. Generally speaking, magic items should be limited to a few per season. These are powerful artifacts. These are powerful artifacts that can change the flow of a fight. And should be treated with a degree of reverence. This is a degree of reverence. They also should be rewards for completing something. Major goal, rewards for completing something. Major goals, terrifying enemies, or terrifying enemies, etc. Yeah, it's kind of like distribute them out as a reward. These are a reward that you get. You're not just handed these. You get these as a kind of a power, kind of a thing that you get. Congratulations, you are inherently cooler. Actually, here's our transformation device a magic item? Is our item? Yes. No, let's. Is our transformation device a magic item? Yes, but if the director wants to associate it, however, yes. However, by default, yes. However, by default, they would be relics. They would be curios. They would be curios, allowing. Actually, they would be relics. Yeah, there we go. Or a yeah, they have the ability to let you transform. That is what they are. They're, relatively speaking, relics or curios or something like that. They are considered magic items, but you don't really have to do like write them down if you don't want to. It's a magic item that you have. Like, yeah, it's an item clearly, but it's not really an important thing like that. It's a very different context. Okay, so director's guide. So we've reached the end here. I'm gonna head out. Bye. Good night. Good night, everyone. By the way, no pen. Your early mating press moment was immortalized. Posted funny spot you made in the drinking lounge. Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. All right, so how do we want to do this? Okay, so director's guide. If a PL has, if a pretty cure has let's see, pretty cure has made it this far, this far, no worries. Let's see, actually, how do I want to word this? Entertaining season of excitement, danger, and a tinge of intrigue as the pretty cure navigate the adventure of nefarious forces. The director's guide, actually, no, we want to do of nefarious forces. The director's guide is here with a few options and rules and tables for fleshing out a pretty clear season alongside some more notes. Alongside some more notes. Yep, that's pretty. This is literally kind of a GM section. This is the basics of it. So we want to do right off the bat. Let's see what we need to do. Like, what do we roughly need? I'm gonna hit this button right here. Probably we're going Take all of you. We're going to convert you to Nina 1, 2. Go. Understand. So let's just go through and like, what do we need to add? So actually, we need to add generals and dark precure. There we go. Easy enough to understand. First things first, we need to kind of address what do villains actually look like if we want to fight villains. Let's see. We want to actually we want to do actually, what would you call abstract battle? Very easy enough to understand. Pretty much we're fighting, you want to fight actual, I wouldn't call them sentient enemies, but you want to fight what the generals look like, what a dark precure might look like. How does that kind of function? It's going to be like 3 paragraphs. Titanic monsters. We are fighting a monster that is absolutely huge. How does that work? How do we fight a truly fucking kaiju tier? Easy enough to understand. Abstract battles. We're not fighting a monster. We are in a puzzle of the mind. We are in a... we're having to fight ourselves or something like that. That's kind of the idea. Let's see. So... Random problem generator. Or problems. Random problem generator, because there always must be a random problem generator. Actually, seasonal length. How do we want to do this? Actually, no. Minions. Minions and minions and civilians. There we go. Kind of the idea there. Kind of how minions and civilians function. Clear scene, director, catastrophe. Let's see. Excellent. You don't need monster adjustments. Oh, what else am we missing here? I don't think we're really missing anything here. Actually, we can do a actually random. We'll do a random magic item generator. We all like random magic items, so I'm gonna put this right here. I didn't mean to click that button. We're gonna do that. So, heading to generals and dark precure. Disaster always. Generals form the upper echelon. They're leaders after all. A general is often on par, if not stronger than a single Predicure. But generals are treated as foils to the Predicure. Which is a simple way of saying they are somewhat cowardly. Generals will rarely directly fight unless they feel they are or are trying to or meddle in the fight indirectly. Should the Predicure be forced into a battle with a general? Let's see. Should the Predicure be forced into a battle with a general? They will act a little different than a traditional monster. As the generals are thinking individuals, they do not have a attack. Let's see. So you'll scroll up a little bit. Let's see. As generals are thinking individuals, they do not have a attack rating. They do not have an attack chart or attack power. Instead, they will use the Predicure's own actions against them. Of course, they still will be using the deviance, hatred, misery, and wicked dynamic instead of the Predicure's attributes. So, easy enough to understand. Generals from the upper echelon. I never spell echelon correctly. Hey Notepad, what's Urelli mating press? Well, it's when you pleasure yourself with a fish. There is it's when you want to have sex with a warframe, as one might know. When you want to have graphic sexual relations with a robot person. They don't have an attack chart or attack power, instead they'll have Predicure's own actions against them. Of course, they will still be... Okay, so we want to find, how do we make a monster? We go all the way up here. Go down here to the general. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. We want to do 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can have a maximum of 14 points. Generals are let's see. Generals seem to be far more powerful than their monsters. However, there is a catch. They still while they will be using the Predicure's nature against them. Predicure's actions and abilities. Predicure's actions. They will still be to mark their own power signature powers. Signature powers use box by passing initiative back to the pretty clear. They also will be forced to roll all of their as the pretty cure would, leading to opposing rolls for their attacks and defenses. They may be powerful, but they are let's see. Generals will automatically retreat. Should they reach the array? Unless they let's see, unless let's see. Generals seem to be way more powerful. Yeah, because they are. Yeah, that's kind of the nature of. You're going to be making opposing tests with a general. They are fighting you, so it's like, oh, well, they would roll 4D, they're rolling 4D6, word against you, and it's like, oh, wow, I've rolled 0 fucking successes, and you too have rolled, you rolled 2, you crit me by 2, you steal my initiative, and then you beat the crap out of me. Generals are very variable, and that's their biggest problem, is that, yeah, the Precure can kind of wail on them. And, they get their signature powers, but they have to, again, they mark it, they treat it as, they word me a signature power. There's a Heartcatch, but we are here to watch an old man write a book. Yes, you are here to watch an old man write a book. General Precure. So a unique type of let's see, actually, no, a special type of general. Type of general is a dark Precure. A dark and malevolent, mirror of the Precure themselves. What they lack in companionship and companionship. They are treated as if they are a general. They are treated as if they are a general, but will roll on the emotion chart. Provided at the end of every round. Are provided at the end of every round. That's at these. They possess the same powers. including a finisher. Including a finisher that they can use, that they may use. Or attrition against such an agent of chaos. It's kind of the idea what I want to get across. Like, Dark Precure are fucking dangerous. They are, do not fuck with them. They are going to kill you. Fight them at your own peril. If we're going to fight them, we need to, we need it. We need a better plan in here. What would be plus 2d to all defense tests. Well, defense tests. Burning hate. Let's see. Shining Pride. What would be seething. Man, what a tactic. Seething. Oh, thank you very much yet again, Bobby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the bananas. Thank you as always. Goodness, everyone's getting subs today. Everyone gets subscriptions. I'm in the money. It's so generally speaking, we hand it off to. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Gulo98 for following. We hand it off to the Dark Precure. Dark Precure is seething evil. She's like, I'm mad. I'm going to beat you up because I'm a gothic Lolita. She rolls the dice. She is seething. She's gonna be seething until you pretty much break out of it. So even if you break her out of it, we've seized initiative. She hands it off to us. We then have to overcome her defenses. Her defenses are now way better. She's fucking cracked right now. It's not impossible, but we can't. It's gonna be a lot harder. Then we go back. We roll again. She's now has Shining Pride. Every time she does anything, she decreases momentum by -3. She pretty much makes it every turn. You bleed momentum. You need to win. Yeah, no, okay. I'm pretty happy with these rules. I think they kind of get across the idea, like, yeah, they are powerful. They're just dumb. Generals are dumb. They are silly characters who should act silly. Let's see. What we should. Here's what we can do. We're going to write in this section. So, when creating generals, Assign them themes and concepts, just as the themes and motifs. The Pretty Cure's actions and let's see, mirroring the actions and desires. Each of the generals are a negative reflection of the Pretty Cure's hopes and dreams. Pretty Cure's dreams. When a Pretty Cure, or kind of the idea of like, hey, when you're modeling these guys, make sure they are a negative reflection. They are something that we don't like about ourselves, and we are kind of forced to look at a little bit. Grab this one. We go all here. Don't need you anymore. The Various Knights, the Round Table, Precure Fantasy Star, let's see. So the Dark Nefarious Knights, the Black Knight. The Black Knight has assembled a group of evil knights to serve him directly. Let's see, Sir Misricus. Sir Misricus. Built. And constantly better. Targets those who are happy and who are happy sad. So it targets those who, to make them miserable, all while being an emotional vampire, all while being an emotional vampire himself. Let's see what other sub-terrible we have. Sir Misricus. Who would be another really direct? Enjoy. A lovely and weird little RPG, POD like Wander Witch, magical school based off Hack of Wander Home. Fairies, Witch, and Magical World finally coming out of hiding games filled. Yeah, Amazon POD has a bunch of games on it. All of those sites have a ton of fucking games on it. You just don't see any of them because no one buys them. Let's see. So it would be Burnock. The burning passion for war and violence. He's loud, he's proud. Always trying to test his blade on anyone willing to fight him. Willing to fight him. He targets those who are weak. To in his words, toughen them up. In his words, toughen them up by playing on their traumas. course, he's usually the first to run away as well. What would see? Sir Burnock, because he's that way. We have Sir Mizricus. What would be another evil vampire, like evil knight? If I were to say like evil knight man. If you were to think of like an evil knight, what would a name come out? Like a traitorous knight. All right, okay. Like, I mean, there's got to be a good traitor knight. Traitor knights. Give me some good traitorous. Let's see. Knights. All fucking 40k stuff. I mean, there's got to be. I guess Lancelot. If we want to do like. Because these are like, if we want to be like evil knights to reflect someone, Mordred, pretty much just Mordred. Yeah, actually, okay. You know what we can do? We can Dame Mordra. Let's say Dame Let's see. Dame Mordra is a heavily armored war maiden with a frigid personality. No, she betrayed the kingdom to the Dark Knight for mysterious reasons. Now hunts. Those who are now hunts those who are sad to spread her miasma. She betrayed the kingdom to the Dark Knight from Syria. Now she hunts down those who are sad to spread her miasma. Finally there is with a Dame Dancer, a mysterious woman cloaked in black that haunts the battlefields. Serves as personal attendant. There we go. There are problems. Who are we fighting? Well, these are the generals. These are how they act. They are, Sir Mizricus. You have Dame Mordra, Sir Burnock. It's kind of the idea, like, all of them are a negative reflection of the Pretty Cure. Well, you have Hana, you have Cure Griffin, who's kind of a sickly person, but she doesn't let that get her down very much, and she tries her best. However, Mizrakis wants to make everyone miserable because he's miserable. Burnock is this, I want to fight people, I want to do it, but he doesn't really believe in honor at all. He just wants to beat up weak people because he himself is kind of weak. Kind of playing on Hitomi a little. And then, of course, Dame Mordra, who is someone who is meant to protect other people, but she betrayed everyone, similar to our good friend Akane. And of course, the mysterious woman cloaked in Dame Dancer. Who could this mysterious woman be? We don't know. That's half the fun, learning everything there. So, we don't need that. So, Titanic monsters. Truly massive. Should the monster be truly massive, the Pretty Cure will find it more difficult to maneuver. Titanic monster. The Titanic monsters have the following attack power chart. The following attack power chart. However, following attack power chart. However, they must, when designing their abilities, when designing their attack chart, the director will, however, when designing their attack chart, it's important to they'll only have to make area attacks to assist the Pretty Cure, the monster will roll their attack. Let's see. We'll roll their attack when they begin. The Pretty Cure will roll their attack when the Pretty Cure begin their actions. The Pretty Cure will always know where the attacks, where the Titanic attacks are, where the Titanic attacks will occur. Be able to maneuver out of the way. Of course, if they fail to strike the target, they may be in for a world of hurt. That's kind of the idea. It's like, you already know what they're going to do. Actually, here's what we can do. Begins their action. And final thing is that when a Titanic monster attacks, they will automatically hand initiative back over to the Pretty Cure. They'll automatically head initiative back over to the Pretty Cure. It's like they get one good attack, but if you fuck it up, like, it's very easy for them to be like, yeah, I'm going to, like, take a swing. Like, you already kind of know what they're going to do. You know how they're going to do it. Mostly because if I follow you, we go to we hit the button. Yeah, these guys can hit like a freight train. They're very easy to fight. You just avoid them. However, just know you avoid the problem and they won't kill you. Remember, it's like Dark Souls, everyone. You want to know how you win at Dark Souls? You dodge. You dodge out of the way and they won't hurt you. Boom, $1 million idea. I know this is very complicated to some people, but let's see. A host of minions to serve their needs and desires. Minions are not threatening. Far from it. In fact. Most minions. However, at the start of a combat with minions, they will be placed down in let's see. We'll start a combat with minions. They'll be placed down in. Oh, they will place on director's choice. If a pretty cure is in a position with a minion when the monster seizes initiative, they will lose -1 momentum. -1 momentum as the minion inconveniences the Pretty Cure. However, if they make any attack action, if they make any combat action against the minion, such as fight, blast, etc. Fight or blast. They will defeat the minion and gain +1 momentum. That's kind of the problem with minions, is that they're going to be positioned around the board to inconvenience you. They're cutting down your options. So it's like, we have to move here to waste turns fighting the minions, which we might fail fighting the minions, we might roll no successes, we might, botch something, and it's just a problem. And if there are multiple minions on this position, you have to make multiple attacks against them, which takes time, that's the unfortunate part. Minions cause problems because they are just numerous. So you have to kind of work together, being like, okay, you have to be in the same position as them, and then you fight them, which can kind of be a weird bait for, being like, oh, here's a bunch of minions, come over here, and I'm going to blast you with a big attack. It's like, contrasting minions are civilians. A civilian is an unfortunate soul trapped in the battle with the monster being unable to evacuate. The pretty cure will enters the same position as, let's see, pretty cure enters the same position as them. Let's see, the pretty cure enters the same position as them. They may use an action to save the civilian. Removing them from the battle. However, if the civilian is in the same position as a minion, they take they lose -1 momentum for every action they take. If a civilian is hit by a monster's attack, they would lose -5. They would lose -5 momentum, as they are -5 momentum. Actually, they would lose -3 plus. Actually, no, they would lose -5 momentum in addition. In addition to the attack value of the monster. Yeah, it's like you don't want a civilian getting hurt. That's the big thing. You will lose very quickly if a civilian gets hurt. Who is Tuxedo? I don't think there is. Does the game have a grid? Sort of. It sort of has a grid. This is the grid. Effectively, the monster will always be in the center, and anytime any of those spaces there are considered a position. Anytime you use any action, you have the option of moving anywhere on the map, any place you want to be. Why? Because Pretty Cure are super hyper athletic, so they don't really need to worry about movement. So it's like, if you are over here, for example, you do want to do an attack, you can say, I want to move over here. That's kind of the basic kind of premise there. It's like, yeah, movement's around, you're moving around a little bit more. Movement is more supposed to be like, you want to spread out because you don't want the monster just to clump on you and hit you all. So, but you also want to kind of plan of where you're going. So how I plan on things working out. This is the dream. At the beginning, everyone spreads out. No one really wants to be next to one another because we don't know what the monster is going to be doing, but there could be civilians, there could be minions, there could be problems around. But as the fight kind of develops on, we're like, okay, we know he has a bunch of ring abilities. So we want to, not be in a ring for very long because he might target us with all his rings, but hey, I have an ability that lets us shield things. There's a few variants of the Tuxedo Mask character. Sometimes they're not really Tuxedo Mask-like characters. Other times they're a little bit more of a homage, you could say. Let's do abstract. Let's see. Sometimes the real monster is confronting the self. Abstract battles. Abstract battles occur when the are facing off against enemies that are not directly monsters or generals. These can be trials of endurance. These can be trials of endurance or overcome their old selves. Their old selves. Abstract battles. Abstract battles follow the same momentum system. However, they will not have the same. However, they will not have the same. Let's see. Abstract battles follow the same momentum system. However, they will not have the same They will not have the same. For less active, for basic test, we'll have to either a series of either posed or basic tests to beat the enemy. Whoever scores five, whoever scores the let's see, whoever scores the most amount of victories will so here we're going this, we're going here. Let's see. As alone in a dark woodland, lost and confused. She is. She against targets. Let's see if I bring up here, bring up her. There we go. Oh no, kind of, it's a little bit weird. The idea of abstract battles are like, you just make a number of rules of like whoever it would be. For example, she would be saying, okay, my nightmare is 4, your strategy is 4. Your strategy is 4, we would roll, you scored 3 successes, I scored 1 success, you win the bout, and you're pretty much building that momentum up. Whoever scores the most, whoever would have positive momentum at the end wins. Oh, interesting. Let's see, a nightmare for Hannah. Okay. So we areas and problems. Precure is a distant cousin to Sailor Moon. Yeah, I would say Precure is, how do I want to word this? Precure is to Sailor Moon as Power Rangers is to Kamen Rider. They exist in the same reality. You can clearly see the influences of both. However, they've kind of very drastically split apart with one another. And we're going to explore this more because the commission project after this is a Sailor Moon game. So, Clown Society, everyone. Yes, I got 2 commissions back to back about doing fucking magical girls. It's great. Alright, give me one moment. I'm going to get myself something to drink. I'm going to get myself Coveffe. Because I need it. Delicious Coveffe. Is it 9 o'clock at night and I'm drinking coffee? Yes. Why? I'm a lunatic. Okay. Okay, so we want to do when designing scenario. Let's see, when designing scenarios for episodes, the we'll We'll need to play on primal sins, sins and issues people face all the time. These are that the central character is facing, such as compromised dreams, expectations, or any other host of set of misery-causing incidents. Of course, these may be direct problems the central character is facing, such as compromised dreams, expectations, or the host of other misery-causing incidents. Or causing them to lash out. Causing them to lash out. People are flawed by nature. People are flawed by nature. People aren't perfect, but evil rarely targets adults or those who are mature. Of course, evil wants to strike at the heart of innocence. Heart of innocence. Most central characters will be around the let's see. Most central characters will be around the Pretty Cure's age. Pretty Cure's age, alongside a host of problems around that issue. As well as a host of problems around being that age. Evil strikes. Evil strikes while the iron is hot. One bad exchange can easily be a forces to ruin their lives. So we go all the way back up, and then we're going to find one of our charts. So we need to do a random scenario generator. So we want to do central character. Fellow student, sibling, older student. Actually, we should do middle schooler. Actually, no, we want to do middle schooler, elementary schooler, high schooler, adult, actually related adult, sibling. It could be a sibling who's in danger. Let's see. Who would be a central character? So let's see. Actually, we can do a club member. Notepad gulped. I had no care to comprehend. Delicious coffee. What a day, what a day. So, problem. Okay, so what would be some problems that people are so problem, we could do pride. Very prideful about something. You're very sad about something. You're very angry about something. You're prideful about something, so you're kind of uncompromising. You're really sad about something, something's going on. You're very angry about something. You're very what would be some other you're very lazy about something. You don't want to do something, obviously. Scared. You're scared to do something. You're prideful. You're sad. You're angry. You're lazy. You're scared. And it would be target the vulnerable. Exactly. Envious. Oh, envy is always a good one. You're envious about something. So the cause would be family. Let's see. School. School's a good one. School. So it would be kind of weird being like, oh, an adult is having issues because is sad because of school. But it could be, hey, my son is feeling really sad because he can't. My son is feeling really sad because I can't afford a good school for him, and this is something that he's kind of it sucks because I want to give him something better in life. Family, school, friends. You had a falling out with your friends. You have what would be some other problems? Effectively, the best way to think about it would be, let's see, a high schooler is prideful because of school. He's number 2 in school. This high schooler is the number 2 in school, and he is fucking angry that he's not number 1. This guy is really prideful about this. He's really he's really pissed that he's not the top guy. He wants to be number 1. He's burning with that pride. He wants to be number 1, and he's very mad that he's not number 1. He has this burning sense of pride. Work. Work's a good one. Health. We can do health. Health, and we can do love. Love would be a good one too. So let's roll. And of course, let's roll. So our middle schooler is angry about work. His dad runs a ramen shop, and he's pissed off that, his dad likes making ramen more than hanging out with him. He's sad about that. That's something he's pissed, he's mad, doesn't know how to express it, or he works a lot and he wants to do that, he's mad. Okay. So, a high schooler is sad about his health. Oh no, this high schooler had to be held back because he had, a high schooler has to be held back because she is extremely sickly, and she was sick all last year, effectively. She's barely holding it together. She is 19 years old amongst all her compatriots. This is the plot of Clannad, by the way. All right, easy enough to understand. A club member is angry about their friends. Oh no, what happened? Why is this club member so angry about their friends? Did something happen? Was there a falling out? Is this the plot episode is this the drama club episode where all her friends left because they were all pissed off at her? Probably. Let's see. So we have a club member is prideful about their health. Oh no, they're incredibly vain and very pretty. Something goes wrong, and now they're very sad about it. Something is going wrong. Pride's a little weird. Uh, 566. A sibling is envious of love. Oh no, your twin has it. Sorry everyone, your twin is fallen in love with the boy you like. Disaster follows. Oh no. Your little sister is mad that she is fucking pissed that her older sister is doing something different. Oh no. Your older sister is mad, is envious of you, or envious of your little sister that she gets to have fun, because mom loves the little sister more than her. All right, boom, $1 million idea. Okay, let's roll again. A high schooler is scared for their friends. Oh no, one of their friends has gone missing. And this high schooler is petrified. Like, oh no, something's going on. They're really worrying. They want to figure it out. That's what the plot is. You might say, no, Pat, that's not the central character anymore. The answer is yes, that's the point. Central character is you're helping this high schooler out find their friend because they're scared for their friends. He's like, I don't know where my friend went. I want to find her, or I want to find them. I want to make sure they are good. And disaster follows. That's 566. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, okay. Pride's a little weird. Don't know what to sub Pride out for. Actually, we can do we can sub that out for guilt. You're guilty over something. So a club member is guilty. Club member is guilty about family. Oh no, they're neglecting. They are neglecting their club. They're guilty that they can't go to the club more often because there's some family issues going on, and you got to help her out with that. Cool. Boom. $1 million plot idea. Well, again, a club member is sad because of love. Oh no. How do we deal with this? They got dumped. Uh-oh. Seasonal length. Okay, so we do seasonal. So seasonal length. So Pretty Cure seasons. Pretty Cure seasons are 4 core, which is to say a year, which is to say a 48 to 52 episode series. But this is of course not including the movie. This is of course not including the movie. However, the traditional season, season for Precure transformation phrase will most likely be a lot shorter. Due to the nature of the format. Let's see. When planning out a season, the director should plan out blocks and arcs for what roughly will be occurring. Of course, nothing survives contact with the PL, and situations will always escalate. Situations will always escalate. As a rule of thumb, Now let's see. Roughly speaking, should be roughly broken down depending on the length. This. So we want to do arc. Movie special, episodes per arc. And of course the movie special. So episodes per arc, roughly speaking, this would be about 3, so that would be about 3, 6, 9, 12, so about 12. That would be 20 times 4. That'd be 1632. An hour. Yes, every literal thing is an hour long. Keep it as fast as, the movie specials should go as fast as physically possible. That's the point. Hello, car outside. Thank you for being as loud as physically possible. So, there we go. Episodes per arc, 1 an hour. 1 every hour. The assumed length of a season of pre-Cure transformation phrase is a 2 core 24 solid episodes of excitement 24 give or take actually 6 8 12 one every hour. Actually get rid. Assume like that is a 2 core 24 episode extravaganza. So we want to do, actually this would be about 2 to 4. We'll do about 5 to 7. This would be 6 to 8. And this would be about 10 to 12. 15. Episode is 2 core 24 episode extravaganza. Due to the episodic. slower, actually three or four core, games may require handing out episode based advancements slowly. Every episode based event, every other episode. Let's see, 3 or 4 core games may require handing out episodes based advancements every other episode. Rapidly develop in power. On the other hand, a one core game is quite rapid. And may require toning down. These are the less episodes. Yeah, many such cases. Yeah. This is the entire point of these charts, by the way, is that I want people to be like, oh, I'm getting a bunch of different ideas over this to use. It's just kind of a rapid fire. Oh, angry over school. Why is he angry over school? Well, he's angry over school because he doesn't like math. Yeah, he does not like math. He hates math that much, and he's just pissed off about it. And he's mad he wants to be smarter, and he doesn't know how to be smarter. He turns into a giant... And he turns into a giant math monster. You beat up the math monster, and then you help him learn that learning is fun, and he should rely on his friends to help him out. Boom! You've now unlocked a new friend. He may not be good at math, but it doesn't matter. On the other hand, one core game is quite rapid. See. Depending on the director and PL, these episodes may be a bit different, and change the nature of them as well. Having an episode dedicated to exploring some problems that the Pretty Cure are dealing with without a massive monster. Without a mouse monster at the end, may be appropriate. Other directors may want to just worry about how hard they can sucker punch a monster with a flimsy excuse for a plot. Yeah, it's kind of like, do you just want to, like, it kind of depends. Like, all of this really depends on how, people are going to play the game, obviously. Like, you may want a 2-core game, but it's just like you get past the first arc pretty quickly, and you spend a long time on the second or the third one just because you just want fight and stuff. Other times it's you want something a little bit more in depth or whatever. It kind of depends. Actually, we'll do, random magic items. So we're just gonna make some random magic items because I can do that. I don't need to do the workshop. I don't need to do the monster workshop, luckily, because I already kind of did that. We go down here. So, Magic item type, object, use. Hello, phone. Give me 1 second. I need to find this. Hello, I know. Give me 1 second. Boost, curio, enchantment, power, relic, cursed item, cursed item. I don't. My mom wants me to watch Poor Things with her, and I'm like, no, mom, I don't. Not my kind of movie. Let's see. Waka Waka. That, and then we do. Purify it some way to unlock its true potential. It's a cursed item. Something. It is a bad item that we cannot use because it is evil and is powered by evil. Fire themselves up. There we go. Nice and easy. We can go down here. We can add cursed. Curse. Boost. What object is it? We are dealing with. An accessory. Actually, no. Let's be specific here. Let's be real specifically. Hair accessory. Clothing item. A wand. Hair accessory. It's a clothing item. It's a magic object. It's a wand. It's a bracelet. It's a what other magic items are we thinking of? Not a magical object. It's box. It's a box. Ornament. There we go. It's an ornament. Kind of goes into clothing items. That's why I was like, I need to get rid of that. Like, yeah, I think clothing item, hair accessories, box, wand, bracelet, or like an ornament you put on yourself or something. Use. Let's see, what's the use? For battle, for school, to relax. For entertainment, for entertainment. It's Mm. Mm. So what does this item do? It's just a massive inconvenience. That's all it is. It's just a massive inconvenience that nobody likes. So, what's our magic item that we rolled? We have a power item, so we're going to it's going to be a wand, and it is used for just to massively inconvenience people. Congratulations, we have a special wand tied to our strategy to just confuse the shit out of the enemy. We have a enchantment that is a wand that is used to relax. Oh ho ho! You know, we have a we have some some fancy things that we can have some defense. We have makes a little bubble for ourselves that we get a defense item. All right. Now we have a curio. That is a wand. We rolled a lot of wands today. Used to relax. All right. Okay. So we've got a relic. That is a bracelet used for battle. Ooh, wonder what that's all about. Not perfect, but it should work. You have a wand that you use to relax. Shut up, Spartan little girl game. Let's see. There we go. To help others. You have a wand to help others. Entertainment, to defeat evil, massive inconvenience. Defeat evil. Let's see. So. Okay, let's do a quick. As of right now, as of right this second, shot a little past my original estimation of 16 to 17k, but that's fine. We can work with this. I want to do new Tino 11, maybe new Tino 10, maybe new Tino 8. There we go, new Tino 8. Little small, but hey. Let's see. So we've got our various Maho Shoujos, of course. Okay, so basic notes. So we've got everything here. This one's fucking filled to the brim with notes. I need to put an image here. I don't know which one to put in there. Of course we've got Hannah here. Let's see. Need to put an image there. Sonic notes. Change the Tourette's. There we go. Narrative scenes, events, goal, drama, the long, short, disaster, catastrophe. We do this. We have to put an image right there. That's easy enough to do. Episode length. Don't worry about that. We're going to yet again change you to Cougarette. Select everything there. We hit 0 font. There we go. Looks a little janky. Can I put a course I can. There we go. Boom. Horizontal line. Everyone loves the horizontal line. We've got this. Actually. Yep, always you reiterate that. Transformation phrase. Nope. And need to put any notes here. Let me just do... Oh, notes. Pretty simple here. Curious stranger. I think I'll have to just put a very large one unless we want to do a... So let's do a quick all age play. Let's see. Yeah, so we want to do all ages play and a memo note. So all ages play. Basic idea. Younger PL. Younger PL may struggle. Let's see. A younger PL. A younger PL. Actually, no. That's the let's see. Scene epilogue scenes are mostly a way to tie up loose ends. And make sure to update any notes and So, you're like, yeah, if someone wants to do another scene, then do it. Like, I'm have another fucking scene. It doesn't really matter. Nope. Younger PL. Younger PL may simply see younger PL. Are important. Rewards are important after all. Yep, rewards are important after all. Always make sure to help other. Actually, can I even fit that in there? I don't. And should the highly unlikely chance that the PL engage in player versus player combat, then use the abstract battle rules to determine who emerges who emerges victorious. Passing initiative is saying who is electing to go offensive, go on the offensive versus defensive. This should not. PL should generally. PL should generally not engage in PvP. However, more evil effects such as mind control are still present, as well as more friendly competitions of strength or ability. Strength or magical or training competitions of strength or training arcs. This is like, yeah, if you want to get into PvP, don't. Very simple. Just don't get into PvP scenarios at all. Don't do this to yourself. Actually, what we should do is find yellow one. Okay, so know your audience. Know your audience. We're going to do when designing scenarios, know who your audience, know who your PL are. This is important and critical for any age bracket. Pretty Cure is a franchise of love and friendship, but can dip into heavier themes and problems when needed. Younger PL may understand nuance, may understand it, but not fully see the 9D morally gray antagonist. The younger PL may understand more complex problems, but not fully see the 9D morally and gray antagonist. Older PL may find it patronizing to have the bad guy. May find it patronizing to to have children's moral lessons preached to them. They have audience is everything. Always keep it simple if there is ever a problem. Easy enough to understand. Always keep it simple. Like, it's one of those things, like, we can always, like, we adults understand. You know, I'm gonna go back to that very classic episode of Heartcatch where a fucking kid gets hit by a truck and then takes a bus there and he lies when he gets back. The moral of the episode is, don't lie. That lying is bad. Adults saw that and I was immediately like, motherfucker, kid got hit by a fucking truck. man-moded his ass to a bus, enjoyed himself, and drove back. That kid's doing way more than any of the rest of you fucking idiots. Like, that's, like, it's not really a problem. That should have been like, hey, you got hit by a fucking truck, kid. You are doing fine. Like, yeah, you weren't quite super prepared for it, but I don't think anyone's prepared for getting hit by a truck. For a kid, that's pretty simple. Well, you lied about it, and that's bad. Lying is bad. As an adult, you might see that being like, nah, kid, you got hit by a fucking car. Like, you are okay. Like, no, you are justified in everything that occurred. No one's going to, like, look down on you when you say, hey, I got hit by a car and couldn't, bike my way to fucking Kyoto because, I got hit by a car. It's like, okay, yeah, no, that it's context is everything. Kids, you can just say, hey, this is a story of lying is bad. You shouldn't lie. On the other hand, understand that. Let's see. Let me put all the magic items on here. Oh, we can't fit all the magic items on here. Actually, might be. Let's see if we can't save a pin. We can. There we go. We fit all the magic items on here. There we go, everyone. 63 pages of game. Let's see. Our final word count came out to 18,500. A little bit longer than I had plans. It's a little after 9 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock, actually. Fuck. God. Ooh. Alright. Probably need to double check some of these things. I would say the things that I am, like, most concerned with. Is that this attack power is real low. Feel like that maybe the attack power should be raised. Though that is a big, we need to double check it. If it might be way too much, because it's just like, well, focused attacks are supposed to be like, okay, I'm focusing on one person who's ever close. I might want to give focus attacks something more. I don't know. Like monsters, I would say monsters are very developed. You can do a lot of things with monsters. It's just they're very easy, and I don't know if that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, but monsters are very simple, and monsters being very simple are good, and maybe bad. It kind of depends on how people play the game. Yeah, so, yeah, that's it, really. No stream tomorrow. You're going to work on, there might be a stream tomorrow, and if we do a stream tomorrow, it is going to be extremely late, and it is going to be me talking. It's going to be midnight in the Garden of Sneeden, and we are going to start work on a funny game about being fighter pilots in space and dying horribly. I'm going to send this over to the commissioner. Obviously, hopefully the commissioner likes it. We might do an emergency patch session of Precure if he's like, this is the worst dog shit I've ever seen. Might be an emergency patch on it. Depends on what's kind of going on. If anything pops up, I'll talk about it. I will say this though to all of you. April 1st is going to be a real fun adventure for everyone. It's going to be a real fun and exciting time. So, my name is Notepad Addon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Godspeed, good luck, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Fighter pilots in space with inexplicably sexy aliens. Yes, same project. Alright, I am away.